everyone, hope you all are doing good and welcome back to Quality Management series. So I'm back with another video that is stages to approach the clinical audit. Please listen to the topic very carefully because from this you will get the entire picture of the clinical audit. So without wasting any time, let's begin with our topic.
So I'm going to explain each and every stage of the cycle, and each stage of the clinical audit cycle is to ensure that audit is systematic and successful. So for a successful clinical audit, I mean in identifying areas of excellence or areas for improvement, it requires effective planning and preparation. So the amount of planning and preparation will depend upon the specific circumstances. So in this slide you can see the 5 stages. Now we will discuss everything about this because this is very important to support the healthcare staff in understanding the concept and processes of this audit and to support the best practices, right? So this is primarily for all the healthcare staff involved in or who have an interest in carrying out the clinical audit. Okay, and I previously told you something about this cycle. You can see the part 2 of this video. Now I am going to explain the elements which are required to carry out this process, right? So here you can see there are so many elements in this, but this revolves around the 5 stages which I am going to explain now. So you just click the picture of the cycle in the mind and it will ease the explanation. So all the relevant stakeholders should be given opportunity to contribute to the clinical audit. Anyone involved in providing or receiving care can be considered as stakeholders. So they act as a source for data, collect data, review cases. And subject for clinical audit should be selected with a view to improving the quality and safety of care. Okay. So in stage 2, that is completely based on the criteria. Still, for new viewers, I will take a bit of this. So structure criteria refers to what is needed in the audit process, and process criteria includes what is done. I mean the actions, decision taken by the healthcare professionals together with the users. And outcome criteria needs what is expected to happen as a result. Again, measuring performance includes the further 4 steps. So collection of the relevant data about the current practice in order to facilitate comparison. And step 2 includes the convert a collection or data into useful information in order to identify the level of compliances with the standards, okay, and identify reason why the standard were not met. Now moving to the stage 4 of this audit, here I want to clarify something that audit that simplify measures but does not drive change to address problem identified is not a good audit. All the good audit project must include a program of change activity and post identification of the findings from the audit. So that one is the good audit. Okay, in the last stage of this audit, I mean in sustaining improvements, progress of any quality improvement plan associated with the audit should be formally assessed at regular intervals. And appropriate actions to be taken should be determined where progress is not being maintained, where plans have not been implemented, or a rapid re-audit is recommended to ensure these changes. Okay, so thank you for today, and wait for the last part of the clinical audit. Hopefully will be uploaded on Monday, so keep a check on your notification and visit my channel. Bye bye guys.
I hope you understand each and every point of this topic. And if you really like this video, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. We will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and stay safe.